స్పోర్టింగ్ కల్చర్, స్పోర్టింగ్ జర్నలిజంలో ఉన్న ఇబ్బందులు కానీ లేదా ఉన్నత శ్రేణి పద్ధతులు కానీ ఇక్కడి తెలంగాణ జర్నలిస్టులతో ఆలోచనలు ఇచ్చిపుచ్చుకోవాలి, ఆలోచనలు పంచుకోవాలన్న ఉద్దేశంతో నిర్వహిస్తున్న ఈ కార్యక్రమంలో మీ అందరికీ తెలంగాణ స్పోర్ట్స్ అథారిటీ తరఫున స్వాగతం తెలియజేస్తున్నాం. ఇక్కడికి విచ్చేసిన వాళ్ళంతా కూడా ఇంపార్టెంట్, అంత స్పోర్ట్స్ జర్నలిజంలో దాదాపు 2 దశాబ్దాల నుంచి 3 దశాబ్దాల నుంచి స్పోర్టింగ్ జర్నలిజంలో ఉన్న వారే కాబట్టి ఒక మేధోవంతమైన అర్థవంతమైన చర్చకి దారి తీయాలని ఒక మంచి తీర్మానాన్ని ఫైనల్గా మనం ఒక కంక్లూజన్ ఒక మంచి తీర్మానాన్ని తీసుకోవాలన్న ఆలోచనతో చేస్తున్న కార్యక్రమానికి మీ అందరికీ స్వాగతం సుస్వాగతం తెలియజేస్తున్నాం.
There are no ladies in the room, so gentlemen and gentlemen, hearty welcome to each one of you. Thank you so much for your valuable time. Today we are so happy to gather on this great occasion. Telangana and Northeast culture meets at various points from technology to sports, and we are incredible day today here gathered at Gachibowli Stadium with all you pioneers in the field of journalism. Hearty welcome to each one of you, sir. It gives me immense pleasure and joy to welcome all of you to this grand celebration of energy and victory, and your legacy will continue to motivate more of the journalism, and this is called especially the Sports Dialogue. The Telangana Northeast Sports Dialogue welcomes each one of you once again. Today is not just an event, it's a pride of Telangana, celebration of diversity and its deep connection with the sports and cultural harmony. So, gentlemen, once again, warm welcome to the Telangana Sports Cultural Festival. Let the sportsmanship light up for this wonderful gathering. As part of this, we have pioneers in the field of journalism over here sitting right. Let's give a big round of applause as we welcome each one of you over here. Thank you. So, hearty welcome to Indranil Das ji, the sports editor, New India Express Chennai. Give a big round of applause to him. Hearty welcome Mr. Pradeep Fanjobaum. Huge round of applause to him. Mr. Boron Tokchom. Huge round of applause to him. Please have your seat here. Thank you so much to all 3 pioneers from the entire Northeast. They are recognized and renowned players in the field of journalism where people look up to. Huge round of applause to them. Thank you so much. Alage, it's my pride and honor to invite the President, Telangana Sports Journalist Academy. Huge round of applause as we grace the presence and welcome Mr. V.V. Subramaniam Garu. Huge round of applause. Alage, General Secretary, Sports Journalist Federation of India. He is also the General Secretary, Press Club, Hyderabad. Give a big round of applause for Mr. V. Ramesh Garu. So now it is open for all of you esteemed journalists for the dialogue, for the official sports dialogue between the Northeast and Telangana. Over to all of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I have to start with an apology that I was a full-time sports journalist when I began in Delhi. But later on, I had to, when I came back to the Northeast, it's not possible for you to remain as a sports journalist. You have to be doing everything. And, you know, for instance, if you are a correspondent of the Times of India, they are not going to have a sports correspondent. So you'll have to be doing everything. So that kind of thing happens. So I actually drifted into all kinds of fields, not just sports. So I cannot call myself just a sports journalist now. Probably I'll be outdated when I come in conversation with you in many sense. But it's been a long journey, and also I'm glad that this thing is happening at the moment, the collaboration in terms of sports and culture and art and the thing that's happening now. I think it should happen everywhere, and I think that it will produce good things because, you know, you learn from different experiences, the different difficulties, the challenges that different places face. And I'm just looking at it from a sociological angle, not just in terms of sporting excellence, because sporting excellence is just one of the results of that society, of that outlook to say, extracurricular activities like sports. If you're starving, if you're hungry, if you're not able to make ends meet, there's no questions people will take to sports. Sports is an activity, it's part of a product of civilization in the sense that you have at least your basics taken care of. So you come into sports, you want to show your excellence in other directions, and sports is one of them. And if I look back when I was a sports reporter, my mentors were actually K. Tata, I don't know if he's still around, K. Tata, ML Kaul, and then Veturi Srivastav. And then of course a contemporary, although he's 1 year senior, Krishna Swami, V. Krishna Swami. He is now in golf and everything, but he is no longer in the other fields of sports. But they were my contemporaries, and couple of others, and also in other people. I'm talking about only the Times of India group, the Delhi Times of India sports desk. But you know, the entire sports journalists, we normally get together because we meet every time we meet in stadiums and things like that. So that we grew up like that. But as I said, I had to leave that specialization in the sense that when I came back after Delhi, I came back to Guwahati. I stayed in Guwahati for a long time. There only, you know, they're not asking only for sports news. So you'll have to be writing about what's happening in Tripura, what's happening in Mizoram, and what's happening in, those days Alpha was really coming up, and the ASU movement had just gone down. AGP was at the peak. So I had to be writing about those things. So slowly, I drifted away from sports, although my interest basically is in sports. I was also a sportsman. I played football and volleyball, hockey. In school, you played everything. You played basketball, you played hockey. I was in the school team for many of these, volleyball, football, hockey, and all that. So I have a basic interest in sports. But in terms of a profession, the demands were different. As I said, when I was in Delhi, I could focus in one area only. Even in sports, you know, they'll tell you you cover only hockey and that kind of thing. But in small places, this is not possible. So when I came back to the Northeast, I had to be doing everything. And also I got to love all the other things. Why sports is important. Why sports is good in some places and not in other places. That kind of thing also became interesting. Not just the result of sports, who won and who did well, who is a star. That kind of thing is there. But why this is happening so? Those kind of things also got me interested. And I had that journey, and then I also had one foot in academics always. I was a fellow. I decided to be a fellow with the Indian Institute of Advanced Study, 2012 to 2014, 2 years. And during that period, I wrote 2 books. And actually one book, but the material I collected was so much that it was not fitting into one book. So I wrote one book. One was published by Routledge, and the second book was done in collaboration with the Indian National Trust for Art and Culture Intact. And we did another book on Manipur. So 2 books I've written out of that fellowship. That kind of thing has been happening. So I can't really say I'll be totally up to date with what's happening in sports everywhere. Although my basic interest is there in sports. I start with this. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for such insight and showing us that there is a career beyond sports journalism once you retire. So hopefully we can also follow your footsteps. So, so basically I just want to share a few things like Telangana and the Northeast. So I've seen a little bit of Telangana sports and sports in Tamil Nadu definitely, and I covered 3 Olympics and quite a few Asian Games, Commonwealth Games since 2006. So what I have seen is that, in modern context I'm talking about, so there, if you look at the number of players that had come over the years, a lot of people, a lot of Olympians and a lot of Asian Games players, they have emerged from places like Manipur, which is usually a strife-torn state, and it struggles at times due to long buns. Sometimes there are 90-day buns. Now that has reduced, of course, but still there will be some kind of a struggle going on within that small place, and still they produce Olympians, they produce Asian Games medalists, they produce Commonwealth Games medalists, which is something which is very unique. You won't find that in any other state. And that, I think, must go to the culture they imbibe, right, right from the beginning. Uh, as a child, so sports is one thing that defines the community. In fact, the entire Manipuri community also. So that is in one place, and then Telangana is an established sporting power where you find a lot of players, and infrastructure-wise is very good. Like for example, I can cite a very good example. Northeast is hosting the first test match in its history, like Guwahati is hosting, whereas Hyderabad has already got, I mean, it's one of the oldest centers. Yes, and it's one of the oldest centers, test centers. So that's how sports is emerging in the Northeast, and it's doing pretty well. Maybe in the last decade or so, there have been quite a few stars, apart from Manipur. Assam also started producing stars, like Lavlina Borgohain has come. And similarly, Tripura, Deepa Karmakar. So it's giving a different meaning altogether to the entire region. So that has got to do more with the passion they have, the passion the people have, and the love they have towards sports. It's not like they have great infrastructure. Infrastructure-wise, it's not as good as what we find today. We just visited the Gopichand Academy. I think it's one of the best sports centers for badminton, definitely. Even other sports also, I think it can accommodate. So infrastructure-wise, Telangana, I think it's one of the best, and it's got some of the best sports policies. They have got, so I think, sports schools, which no other state, where I've not seen a sports school in any state that integrates everything. So, when we talk about Telangana and Northeast Connect, I think each can learn from each of the region. And in company of all of you who know so much about Telangana and Telangana sports, we would like to hear more about Telangana sports. And if you know, Subbu sir would know a lot. And if you can share about Northeast also, that would be very nice. And we'll request you all to participate in this. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Hi, this is Boron Tokshom. Actually, I came here to cover the entire event. I'm representing Northeast. So as Tamupadip has said, I'm also not specialized in sports. So I'm a journalist, and I'm very happy that I sharing same dais with our mentor, our senior journalist, Tamupadip, and our friend. And so basically, besides this journalism, I used to make a film. So I make a sports film. It's based on the Sarita Devi Daishram. It's called I Rise. It's funded by Film Zoos in Mumbai. That's why people know me as a sports journalist, kind of. And also, one of my film is going to have a world premiere in Goa, and 23rd is coming. No? So I'll be flying back to Goa from Hyderabad. It's going to be world premiere, my film there. So it's the only film selected from the Northeast region, no documentary. So I start with a little bit of a very saddening story about the sports. So a few months back, we did a sports series in the Quint. I also contributed for the Quint Delhi. So we did a story called Medal or Mother. Medal or Mother is the title. No? We did a series of story. So during this journey of the story, we find very hardening stories. No? So because in India, we know Sports Federation has a proper standard maternity policy. No, we don't have. So we have a story of one Olympian. Yeah, I just wrote down. Sorry, I didn't forget. Yeah, this Brojeshwari Devi. She is a Olympian judoka. She died because she don't know she was pregnant, and she died because of the excessive bleeding. No? So we find out this story. And another girl, his name is Tababi, and she also a very young lady. She was a promising Olympian kind of lady. But the thing is that she got married, and the federation totally suck him out. No? So a very promising lady, but now her life is quite spoiled, and she was waving and having a household chore, and she is living a very saddening life. No? So we did a story on that, so medal or mother. So I think so. I am basically focused on the women's sports personality. No? So these are some more personal stories. I just want to share, starting. Yeah. So yeah, I can, yeah. And also one thing, sir, I also find that in Manipur we call it the powerhouse of sports, and most of the sports personalities comes from a very very poor background family, very poor. Because of this willpower, or because of their physical strength, they could able to join this. But now I think it's quite different, because the sports also need lots of money, you know. Or recently, like the swimming costume causes. So the government, has to be aware of this. No? Just can't remain as a powerhouse of sports and all. And I felt that, yeah.
Subbu sir. Hello? Sir? Subbu sir? Message?
Better infrastructure than Northeast region. Yet Northeast region became the powerhouse of Indian football. Is it the result of local government's policies or the passion among the people and youth? So can you share your insights?
Yeah, I think a lot has to do with the passion. You're saying the government, I don't think is giving much more than what is being given. In fact, here is given more. I think it's basically the passion and also the need to get out of that trap. You know, the Northeast is in a special kind of bind, poverty. As Varun was also saying, most of the sports person actually come from very poor background. So they have that fight in them and they want to make a step forward, and sports is one of the outlets, and that is actually what's happening. And you see this happening in many other sporting fields. For instance, Brazil, the footballers, Pele, all these people, Zico, everybody, they were in poverty, and they fought their way out of it. And that fight itself gives them that killer instinct, which is so much needed in sports. And I think that is there very much in the case of the Northeast as well, that you feel you're trapped, you have no future, so you want to fight back. Either you become an insurgent, take up the gun and fight, or you become a sportsman and kick the football. That kind of an option is there. And I think that is what is making Northeast good sports people. That your passion, you have to find that outlet, and that outlet can be in socially disruptive way. And sports is in many ways that sublimated process of actually of actually channelizing your energy. And I think that is fortunately happening in many cases. Manipur, Mizoram, Assam, Tripura also, we have gymnastics, so many, and Arunachal Pradesh, badminton, so many things are coming up. Either, your passion is coming out as that violent insurgency, sports, or else art and culture, which is what Freud's definition is also about, that you're born with certain energy, that infantile energy, and that energy has to be channelized. The civilization will channelize it, and the way you channelize it is how you shape that manifestation of that energy. And in the case of the Northeast, fortunately, a great section of it is actually coming out in sports, which is why, in spite of all the difficulties, all the barriers, there are still people who are making it to the top. In football, women's football, and hockey, badminton, people are still coming out. And if the government helped, it can actually be much better. This is what we have to be thinking of. And I think it's true for all people in India, abroad, everywhere, that the basic passion is there, and sometimes that passion is diverted into wrong channels, and that becomes wasteful. But if you manage to divert into the creative channels, sports or art and culture, it can also flourish. That's how I would see it. And the Northeast is actually facing it. Lots of diversity, and also lots of adversity, that you're born poor, not even proper football ground or any ground, but you somehow find that. In fact, it comes out in many of the arts and even one movie. It's called No Pap. There's a filmmaker who's made a film, And these boys, village boys, they didn't even have a football to play with. So this pomelo fruit. They play football with those things. So they start growing up playing football with that pomelo fruit. And then later on they start graduating to become national players and all that. So I think it's that way, that you are in great difficulty, and the way you get out, some won't make it out. They will die, become drug addicts and things like that. But some who make it out of that rut, they become good in sports.
Is it on? Is it on? Yeah. Okay, so I'm not from field of journalism, but I actually played senior circuit, tennis circuit for 15 to 20 years. And once I came here, I started playing paddle tennis, which you saw at this one. So right now I'm competing with the youngsters only. The senior circuit has not gone. Which of the, from your experience, which of the state government would be more forthcoming? Because, who's got futuristic the northeast mindset? Because if let's say I want to set up a state-of-the-art, good, futuristic paddle tennis academy, which state should I approach to would be better? Because I'm from IIT Delhi background also, so and most of the startup people, a lot of from IIT Delhi this thing, so I can get some. If we can get it started, I can get from the IT entrepreneur circuit, IIT alumni, and all that kind of thing. But which of these states will be most forthcoming? Of the Northeast, if I need to set up something, let's say in a futuristic sport. Paddle tennis is going to be one. Pickleball, and there are two sports actually. Pickleball and paddle tennis. I think, did you go to Gopichand?
Yeah.
So that sport is not pickleball, that is called paddle. Right. Yeah, paddle. Pickleball, lot of youngsters have picked up India-wide. Mumbai, Ahmedabad, Delhi, lot of kids have picked up. But paddle tennis still not infiltrated into the youngsters. Ultimately, we need to coach the young kids. And some kids from who play in Telangana, a lot of kids play tennis very seriously. In fact, parents pay at least even 1 or 2 lakhs per month for their sports and all that. So some of the kids tried paddle, and they even started earning money also. So if I need to set up some academy, let's say, from your experience in Northeast, especially mainly on paddle tennis, I can get the whole pickleball, the Indian top players are my friends because they came from tennis background. Rahul Belwal, and I don't know, Akhil Mathur, and there is one Dr. Ajit Bhardwaj, who's like number 2 in pickleball. I don't know, you know them or not? They're like, you met Ajit Bhardwaj? Or? You haven't met. But pickleball has got this thing. Let's see if this next year it is going to be in Asiad Games 2026 in Japan. Paddle tennis. Paddle tennis in Europe is almost 50% reached to the tennis level. But this is the time, if you start thinking of right now, start coaching kids in paddle, we'll be somewhere in 32 Olympics, we'll compete at the Asian level. So which of these states will be more forthcoming, where the government is, what do you think is futuristic? Because I know that Assam government has doing wonderful in the badminton. Yeah, I think a lot of kids, youngsters, they have also taken. I used to see a lot of good youngsters over there. I actually work out of Pulela Gopichand Academy only, but a lot of them have gone there. So, which of these Northeast states will be good to approach for paddle tennis? That's what I want to say.
As far as paddle tennis, like for example, Northeast is not known for tennis. It's
not known for tennis.
So it's a state that usually, in the entire region, they're passionate about let's say 5, 6,
Football.
8, no, football, boxing, and contact sports like in Manipur,
I agree.
judo, fencing, then hockey, boxing, the archery also is coming up a very big way. Then football definitely. So cycling also there.
Yeah, I mean, there is no
But
doubt.
tennis,
I've
if
seen.
you're looking at opening an academy without
Government
too many
support.
players,
Yeah.
then the problem would be, I mean, getting players into your academy. So
Okay,
first,
okay.
I think the initiative should be
It should be in
building
Gujarat or something. That's
I
what
mean,
you're saying.
No, I mean building your grassroots foundation, and that means bring more players into pedal tennis, and then open an academy. Then it will work. But if you're looking at opening an academy without what you call raw material, I mean players, then it might be difficult like this. But as far as governments are concerned, nowadays all state governments, including Meghalaya is hosting the national games next year. I think Assam also will contribute. So Assam, Meghalaya, as far as connectivity is concerned, those are the places where you can just go immediately. Mizoram is another place where they promote a lot of sporting activities, but those are high altitude centers. Then Imphal, of course, anytime you can go. So
Sikkim
it depends
and
on what
Sikkim,
those are all high altitude centers, and pedal tennis might do well.
Okay,
also.
Sikkim is very high altitude.
Not
there.
high. It will be Gangtok is 5,500 feet, 5,000 to 6,000 feet, and Baichung Bhutia has his academy in the valley. So those places you can definitely try, but all states will support. It's not like they will not support. Thing is that in Northeast they'll look for private-public partnerships, and corporate houses are a little reluctant to come there. That's one issue everyone faces there,
No doubt.
including Northeast United.
There's
Sponsors
some-
is like,
there-
So we have a Sarita Boxing Academy, Maricom Boxing Academy. They were giving free training to all the youths, no, like.
Okay, okay.
It's not only concentrated to Northeast students. I mean, like, they are open to all the, yeah.
and they collaborate also.
Exactly.
Boxers go from other centers also. But thing is that if you're looking at pedal tennis without players, then it might be difficult. That's the only
So
concern.
this is not the right time.
I think it's not the right
That's
time,
the
but
right
you
time.
can still invest in boxing, you can invest in football, cycling, some sport where judo they're doing very well. They just need that small push for more international medals. Sushila Devi is there, she's doing very
So
well.
this time they're going to sign some MU with Telangana, and it's there, I mean, in the last day, I think. They're going to sign some MUU between the Northeast academies and the Telangana government to exchange of the students, maybe. I don't know in depth.
In
Yeah.
this all sports, judo and all that.
I think it will be mostly context boxing.
Yeah,
and all that.
yeah.
Yeah, you know, also tennis tends to be a game of the affluent. You like, it's not there anymore. No, what?
No, I mean, not this. Not this.
I've seen some players from Northeast. They have amazing stamina.
Build-wise also, it's like not like for us.
And also MMA is quite growing there, no, sir? MMA is, MMA.
Mixed martial arts.
Mixed martial art, yeah.
Okay, okay.
Cheaper one. As I was saying, you don't need any equipment. You just don't need a court. You start doing that, and those kinds of things are actually right now they catch on. But tennis can also. In Tripura we had Debarma who was very good. So
Somdev,
yeah.
Acha,
And
he set up coaching academy
but
there.
it'll have, generally people in the affluent background go for tennis. So if you can actually advocate saying that this can also be for everybody, it's an everybody's game, then people will start coming in. Because you know the poor people, they'll be inhibited. Where will you buy the ball? Who will give us the rackets and all that?
Wherever the equipment is expensive, it becomes difficult for them. Like for example, when Sarita Devi and all they started in 2001, it's so difficult for them to get equipment.
Yeah.
They come from Imphal, they will take a train from Guwahati. There is a Sai center there, so they used to take equipment. Gloves they do. So like that.
How come Aizawl from Guwahati? How much time is
Aizawl the flight.
There's now there's an airport there.
flight?
Yeah.
But by road is it?
To be like we'll have to go via Shillong,
Shillong, Silchar, and
Kailasahar, then it's
but now they have made it into a 4-lane highway. It's a big highway.
Okay.
Should be 12 hours.
Go through Shillong.
Yeah.
Go through Shillong.
Go via Shillong. Or else Silchar, and then straight from Silchar you can go.
Sir, Moses sir, please give your message. Pass on the mic, please.
Very nice to have you all here. I'm sorry I cut in a little bit late because of traffic and all. But I just need to get a sense of the infrastructure that's available, the sporting infrastructure that's available in the Northeast. Does it really measure up to the big city standards like, let's say, a Punjab or a Karnataka? Can you give us a sense of it?
Infrastructure wise, like right now it's improving a bit. Right now it's improving. Like for example, we're just talking about the first test match Northeast is hosting. So the infrastructure was built recently, and the Borsapara, the ACS stadium was built recently. So that is one example that shows how the development of infrastructure is taking place. Like for example, they have got the NCOA, the National Center of Excellence Badminton, where they're planning to start the junior what you call team camps and all in Guwahati with a foreign coach. So that has been built in Guwahati and it's already functional. So those have been happening in the last, say, started constructions and last 3-4 years, maybe 5 years. Imphal, last time I had gone was in 2012 or 14. So before that I was there in around 2006, 7. So from there to 12, there had been a transition. Transition means equipment has started, but it's not like what it is, what I've seen, say, for example, Gopichand Academy, the way the infrastructure they have is completely different. So there you will get all the basic infrastructure, like Imphal also you'll get the basic infrastructure, like Guwahati apart from badminton and cricket, most of them basic facilities. So you won't have a sports science backup. Even in Imphal, no sports science backup. They just have 1 or 2 physios, 1 or 2 maybe doctors, that's it. So those sports science backup is not there. And but of late, infrastructure slowly it's being developed. And their state government, like now Meghalaya is developing their infrastructure because of the national games. So they had developed during the South Asian Games earlier. So Aizawl has got a very good football stadium which was developed during the Aizawl FC time. So they converted the entire stadium. I think I have not visited that after they converted that stadium. Must be very good, I guess. They started playing all the I-League matches also there. FC Aizawl. So infrastructure-wise, it's just developing. It's like not like here. It's all matured infrastructure. So it's like that.
Comparatively to other northern states, I think Manipur and Assam has a little bit better. No, sir?
Yes. So that is because the sport they play is more. Like Imphal, I mean, Manipur plays diverse sport. All kinds of Olympic sport. So that's why you'll find from wushu, judo, all entire fencing, cycling, and they use one complex that was built in 1999, National Games, 1999. Kuman Lampak Stadium. So everything is, all players come around from that entire area. So that is something which is unique, Imphal. So I think it's all because of passion.
Yeah, exactly.
It's all because of passion. And then once they graduate to the national camp, then they get all the infrastructure. So I would say if 10 people graduate, 5 can adjust, 5 cannot adjust. So that is also an issue. Media support is there, sir. I mean, Subodha, I mean, Subodha, then Assam Tribune. So media support is there. Imphal, I'm not sure.
Yeah, very much.
Guwahati, there's quite a few. I mean, we have our Sport Journalists Association. I say our because I know most of them in Assam, Guwahati. So we have at least 15, 20 from print at least, 15 journalists, including English and vernacular. Sir? I think Telangana government is the first one one of the first ones to start the sports policy. After that, now Tamil Nadu is planning. States, I don't think any of the states in India has sports policy. The first, I think they started some 2-3 months ago, if I'm not mistaken. Sir? 2002. Oh, updated. We wanted to ask one more thing, in between there was not much of activities, sporting activities in Hyderabad, and off late again, I think there's a surge.
Sorry, I didn't get you. Sorry.
No, I was just wanted to find out one thing, there's not, for example, there was a time when Hyderabad used to host all kinds of big events Billiards World Championship, Afro-Asian Games, National Games, then other World
big
Cups.
on football as well.
Then slowly, in the last, I think, say around 2018, 20, from there to last few years, there's not much of sporting activities? Or
Football, I would say, was our biggest sport when it came to the Nizam Gold Cup and players, churning out players to the national team. And unfortunately, the Football Association got entangled in court cases. A lot of politics there, and so there was this huge break. That is what took football out of Hyderabad, I would say. But now the committee is stable, and so slowly they are coming back in with the leagues. At least the leagues are happening, but we don't have the big ticket events yet.
I think slowly.
It's the politics of the Football Association.
So cricket from మంచి history ఉంది కదా సార్ ఇక్కడ నార్త్ ఈస్ట్ క్రికెట్ కంప్లీట్ లైక్ అంటే క్వశ్చన్ అండ్ ఆన్సర్స్ కాకుండా మనం ఏదైనా మాట్లాడవచ్చు అట్లా సార్ ఐ వుడ్ లైక్ టు టేక్ దిస్ ఆపర్చునిటీ టు స్పీక్ ఫ్యూ వర్డ్స్ సార్ ఐ am honored to speak at this Telangana Northeast Sport Dialogue, a platform that celebrates the power of sport to connect regions, culture and communities. Telangana and the Northeast may be geographically distant, yet we shared a strong sporting spirit. Both regions have produced outstanding athletes who have inspired the nation, champions in boxing, weightlifting, archery, badminton, football and many more. Our youth carry enormous potential, and gatherings like this help us create pathways for the talent to shine. This dialogue is more than an exchange of sports knowledge. It is an exchange of ideas, identity and inspiration. The Northeast is a powerhouse of natural athletic ability and enthusiasm for sport. Telangana is rapidly becoming a hub for sports infrastructure, innovation and policy-driven support for athletes. When these strengths come together, we build a stronger nation sporting ecosystem. Our focus today is to identify how collaboration can elevate opportunities for young athletes, from coaching and training exchanges to joint academies, from talent scouting to sports science partnerships. When regions support each other, India wins. Sports has unique ability to break barriers of region, language and background. It teaches discipline, respect, resilience and unity. At a time when the nation is dreaming big in the global sporting arena, we must ensure that every talented child, whether from Warangal or Kohima, Hyderabad or Imphal, Khammam or Shillong, has access to opportunity. Let us commit to nurturing a generation of athletes who compete fearlessly, play fairly and represent our region with pride. Thank you to the organizers, the participants, and the sporting community for making this dialogue possible. Together, the Telangana and Northeast can become a model of collaborative sport development for the entire country. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you for joining us. Let us have for lunch. Huh? Sir, you want to give any message? Anything?
Apart from what you've said, there's nothing much more to say. That this cooperation is good, and then we should learn from each other. What we lack, you have. What you lack, we have. So that kind of interaction is very, very necessary. I hope there are more like this. And also it's good that at the political level, the governor is from the Northeast. You have a Telangana governor in Tripura and all that. So that even at the political level, sports level, and sports is a universal language. Everybody understands sports. It doesn't matter where you speak English, Hindi, or Telugu. Sports is sports. So I think it's a universal language, and I think this language should be used. It should be the goodwill ambassadors for all of us, from different regions. That you have a sporting star from Telangana coming up, everybody knows them, and everybody appreciates them. Just as somebody from the Northeast comes about, and everybody knows them, respect them for that same language, because you're using the same language to appreciate, and also the same outlook. And I think this is very necessary. I think sports is important for this reason also, that it has no other language apart from that sports, that universal kind of message, and it's always a goodwill kind of a message that you can achieve higher, and you're prompting others also try to achieve higher. And I think sports should be the metaphor for all other fields of activities, that you can do better than what you're doing today. Even if you're the best, you can just still improve your record, that kind of thing. And I'm also always reminded of this this barrier, that is, many of these barriers are actually psychological. And the 4-minute smile that we have all heard of, the Roger Bannister actually ran it in 1954. People thought human beings cannot run a mile within 4 minutes. He did it. And after his death, that barrier has been broken, that psychological barrier is broken. Everybody started, all the athletes are breaking, and now the record is almost 3.5 minutes. So people thought 4 minutes was impossible. Now it's come down to a thing. So I think the message from sports to life itself is very, very important, that you have to be always saying that I can do better. I can do, even if I'm the best, I can still do better. And that should inspire others to also think that they can do better than what they're doing. So I think this much I want to say.
Which one, sir? That Imphal or the Guwahati one? 2005? Yeah, two examples I can give. One is the 1999 National Games in Imphal, and 2005-06, that one, Assam, Guwahati and Shillong had hosted. So Imphal, that entire Kuman Lampak stadium is still being utilized. Entire stadium, and each and every sport. So all Olympic disciplines, you'll find players in each and every sport. Like from, I mean, if there are 15-20 disciplines within that campus, you'll find all halls full. So this is something unique, but that has not happened in Guwahati. Guwahati, like, one thing is that the complex is far away from the center of the city. So, but Horwoja Sports Complex, like Glenmark has adopted the swimming pool, so we have started producing more swimmers in national level. So now you'll find a lot of Assamese swimmers are doing well, especially in the junior thing, because of the Glenmark Academy. So the swimming pool and all, they have adopted. So at the same, and then Horwoja, the Northeast United has adopted. So they have a good playing ground, football pitch there. So indoor halls could be utilized more, but not being utilized. Badminton and all, they keep hosting events. But for general public, they still go to our old stadium, the Nehru Stadium complex, Kanaklada Stadium, that for badminton and all. Earlier they used to host all the games there. So that place is being utilized more because it's in the center of the city. So this is away from the city. So for dropping a child, somebody who studies in a school, if he comes back from school and then you drop there, it will take at least 45 minutes more. So I think that is one problem, but otherwise it has been hosting events, and some of the infrastructure is being utilized, but hockey is underutilized, hockey stadium, not much used. So some of them are underutilized and some of them are like, okay. So, but I think the way Kuman Lampak has, helped players in Imphal, that way I don't think any other centers have done it. Even Pune also, I don't think they've done it.
మోజే సార్ మీరేమన్నా మెసేజ్ చెప్పండి అంటే తెలంగాణ నార్త్ ఈస్ట్ గురించి అంటే స్పోర్ట్స్ సిమిలారిటీస్ కానీ లేకుంటే మీ అబ్జర్వేషన్స్ ఏదైనా మెసేజ్ లాగా చెప్పండి.
As a child, as a student and a child, always, Dinko Singh was our first sports person. Dinko Singh was such a big hit. So I grew up on Dinko Singh. And then, of course, latest is Mirabai Chanu and this was Dinko Singh and then Baichu Bhutia and all. We'd love to see sports, really international level sports persons from the Northeast making a big impact, and we'd be very, very happy. And I'm sure you'll take this message. Our best wishes from Telangana, sports journalists as well. We do. There is a Tasnim Mir, I guess, in badminton, who's coming up. Gujarat, is it? Okay, the one Assam. Guwahati. Okay, right. So that's how I relate. So we would really love to see, not just in football. I know you guys play very, very good football, but in other sports as well. That's our best message and wishes to the Northeast from here. Thank you.
సుబ్బు సార్
You can suggest to them to have matches in different disciplines between the Northeast states and Telangana, so that can give them exposure actually.
You want to say? Yeah.
There's a friendly matches with the footballs happening and badminton.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, I must thank everyone for being here and for having the patience to hear us, listen to us, and hopefully we could, explain or we could answer your questions as you wanted. And if there is anything which we can help with, or if there are certain things which you need more explanation, do please let us know. We can definitely continue with that conversation with all of you at any time. You have my phone number also. You can, just give us a call. If you want to know anything about the Northeast, or if you want to know anything about Imphal, I think I'm done more stories on Imphal than my own Guwahati. But I have extensively covered a lot of sport and met a lot of people, met a lot of experts, especially coaches. And the sad thing about coaches those days was that they never got national recognition. So Ibomcha, he got national recognition despite producing Dinko Singh in 1998, was in 2008 or 9, and or maybe around 10. And that too, I went there and did some stories on him, and then after that there was some kind of recognition for Ibomcha, but he's one of the, I think one can safely say he's the best boxing coach in India, at least for the grassroots level. So he got recognition very late. It could be maybe just 10-12 years before he retired, but whereas he should have got it earlier. So, and I went and met him, and then we did some stories that time I was in Hindustan Times. So somehow, even the boxing federation officials also, I knew some people. So we tried and somehow we managed, and Sarita, Maricom, everyone helped him also. They'd written that he was our coach. So it took him quite a long time to get a Dronacharya. One weightlifting coach, I don't know if you know Kunja Kishore. Kunja Kishore was one of the best weightlifting coach, but he never got Dronacharya. He produced who? Kunjarani, Sanama Chachanu, and the entire generation of Manipur weightlifters in that period who represented India and won medals at Asian Games, Commonwealth Games, but never recognized. He never got a Dronacharya till he sadly expired. He had a paralysis also, and then he expired. But he should have got Dronacharya way back in around 2000, when after Kunjarani finished 4th in the Olympics, 4th or 5th. So those things are also there. So, but now, fortunately, all these things are, there's a lot of national coverage also. So things are improving. And with the help of Telangana sports and sports journalists, hopefully people will know more about Northeast players and sport and the activities. And we look forward for close cooperation with you. So, and thank you for being here and listening to us as well.
Thank you, Indranil sir. Sir, ma'am, I request Soni Baladevi Garu, VC and MD2 Sports Director of Telangana. Please give me your message, ma'am. Yeah, please.
Like what had happened?
Yeah, actually, yeah, you brief the entire program, what has happened.
No, basically, Pradeep sir was like talking about sports, how sports has been a unifying factor, and basically it's one of, it's a universal language that we speak and it connects everyone. So, and then we were talking about how, about infrastructure development in the Northeast, how it is, slowly it's coming up, and which, we are lagging behind maybe by 20 years, but still it's coming up of late. In the last 4 or 5 years, it's been, there's been rapid progress, and whereas Telangana, it's already got ready-made infrastructure out there. You've got players, and the best example is that the Northeast is hosting the first test match now, whereas Hyderabad is one of the oldest test centers. So it gives us that, so we're talking about how we can help each other to promote sporting activities as well as players. So, and we had a very fruitful discussion. Anything that you would like to add?
No, basically what I was saying is that you mentioned Dinko Singh. He also grew up in an orphanage. So basically the same thing, that you have the energy in you, but the channelization, and which is why Ivomcha is important. He identified those people who have that energy in them and then groom them. Maricom to Dinko Singh to Sanamacha to everybody. Yeah, Sarita to everybody. So I think it is also important for the coach, the man who is in charge of identifying his talent. You have some people may be talented, also to know what kind of channel will be best for that particular person. If he's going to be good in badminton or boxing, the more aggressive contact sports like boxing, you can actually see it in their eyes from their childhood. Those kind of identification is very necessary. And it's also important for the government to actually come in contact with those people who know this, and then formulate policies which can facilitate those channelization. And if that happens, I think it'll be good for everybody. And as I said before, there's only goodwill in sports. That somebody breaks a world record. Michael Phelps breaks the world record in swimming. Everybody's happy, that we humankind can do more better. That kind of feeling is there. So sporting excellence is very, very universal. And if it happens from our side, it also shows that we also have it in us. So I think that language should be explored, developed, and actually speak in that language. We speak in that language, speak in the language of goodwill, speak in the language of achievers, and also speak in the language of people who can overcome barriers. I think this is very important, and I think this collaboration is extremely important because we learn from each other. As I said in the beginning, that all of us, every human being will have some weakness with strong points, and in collaboration we pick up those good points and eliminate those bad points, and we grow together.
Yeah, and coming to coach, I mean, I call him super coach. Coach Ibomja, he's I think retired from Sai, and I think it's a very good time if you would want to maybe come here as an expert coach or something. You can collaborate with him also, I guess.
There's another first like Dronacharya Audi from Manipur, first in the northeast region. We have invited him also. He was only
Gymnastics.
no, from Manipur.
Ibomja.
Sarita's,
Oh, Ibomja.
Yeah. So like he said Dronacharya.
But that's what I see. But he got very
Late, yeah.
He would have got it in 2000.
Yeah.
He got around 2009 or 10, and I went there around 2007, 6 or 7, and then that also it took almost 1.5 to 2 years to push, and then.
We have invited him also for this festival, but maybe because of the health issues, like he was not able to. I spoke to him in that side. Varun, anything?
Yeah, I have already spoken earlier also, ma'am. Since you are here, my only request is, ma'am, your Telangana government should have a better maternity policy for sports women. Because I have also mentioned to my colleagues here, we did a story some time ago for the Quint. It's called Mother versus Medal. So during this journey, we have found so many stories about women after getting married. They're having a very because this one Indian Federation doesn't have a proper this maternity policy. I have checked. No? None has. So you should have a better policy for women. For example, there's a girl like she just got married, then all the federation turned down her her support and she became a waiver, and she has been a very hard life. And there are many stories such like that. Also, I was mentioning that judoka that brought the story who died during her practice. No, like she got bleeding, internal bleeding, and she got expired. So this story is a very sad story because I focus more on women boxer, and Sarita Devi also. She takes up arm. It's a very classic example. She takes arm and she was joining militants and all. She's here. So I did a story. I follow her for almost 5 years to do a film called I Rise. So this film has been traveling around the world, and her story is a classic example. But she was lucky. But everyone is not lucky, no. She take up arms and because of only sport, like she saved her life. No? She told in her testimony. So ma'am, this is my request that Telangana should have a very, better maternity policy for women. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely noted. Good afternoon, everyone. Andaruki namaskar mandi. I am Vice Chairman and Managing Director, Sports Authority of Telangana. I am Soniwala. We have been meeting some of you regularly. So, Telangana has come up with a new sports policy this year, 2025, and it is the first in the country to align with the national sports policy also. Recently, Government of India also, they have actually launched. So essentially, since I'm a woman, I was just sharing with Pradeep sir, while coming from this Gopichand Academy, that since I'm a woman here, we are coming up with the first FIFA Academy for women. That's a national one. FIFA people, official, they have appointed 2 persons, and then one is for the talent identification and another one for the administration side. So they keep coming here regularly. So that academy, everything, we are going to roll it out now. So this is the first in the country and second in in the world after Hong Kong. So it's a very important one. So initially AIFF, they didn't support us. They have all that safeguarding issues and they were not supporting us. So since I come from Manipur sports, it's very, very important. With culture, it goes hand in hand. That is what I want in Telangana also. So I requested FIFA and AIFF. So FIFA, fortunately, they have actually supported me. So this is all the talent identification with AIFF and FIFA, they have given all support and we have already done. So 50% will be from outside Telangana and remaining 50% will be from Telangana. So the government is supporting that. Apart from that, for women, we have conducted mini Asmita Khelo India, the scheme is there. So like for rowing also for the national, like we have done it, and then we have done for the football, and now like kickboxing also we have done it, and then many more disciplines we are doing it. So I have already submitted for another 3 disciplines to have Asmita. Asmita scheme is meant only for the young girls. Like it's a government of India gives all the funds from there, and like we give us some supporting, like no, for the branding and all, we spend some money, that's it. And like the Asmita, the beauty is like no, from the grassroots level, na, we have to conduct and then come up at a national level. Like so, like for rowing, like what we have done here in Hussain Sagar, like all this, like every state, they could not send each team, like, you know, like from each state. So what we have done is we have done in a league style. So the scheme is very flexible. It is meant only for the women. And recently, like after the new sports policy has come up in the state, like we have taken this, you know, we started with a welfare scheme. That is accidental this thing insurance scheme that is covered, and like this is the first time in the history of like no erstwhile this AP also we didn't have any scheme like that, and Telangana also this is the first time we have taken up for each like coach, and then like no some athletes also we have covered, and then like many things are going on in future also, like now we are coming up with the action plans, like then now the new sports policy has come. And then we have to like no make an action plan. So the government will be celebrating this second anniversary. Like no new government has come here, Congress, earlier it was BRS. So like from 2nd of December till 9th of December, we will be having these celebrations. On the 8th and the 9th, we will have this global meet where sports is also one of the important subject. And then the 4th city is coming up, that is the Bharat Future City. In that, we have already initiated all these you know, some like to have some MOU with all these Dubai Sports and GMR. So they have already agreed, like, so like it's in the pipeline. So like after that, they have already made the draft MOU, then they will submit to their board members, and then like after taking approval from them, like with our government, we are going to have it. So like that, then in recent times, like we have gone to Queensland University also, and then we have already started working out how to have an MOU, and then Sports University has come up, and so many things are going on. Then in terms of grassroots level, all these sports, we have initiated last year this CM's Cup. So like this is the first state in the country, like no, I proudly I would say, because in other states, like they do all the CM's Cup and other cups, like not from the GP level. So like here we have started from the Gram Panchayat level, then we go to the Mandal level, and then like district level, and come up to the state level. So like other states, what I have seen, Assam also I have seen, they have done it from the assembly constituency level and go up to the state level. So like in Tamil Nadu, they have done a zonal level and gone to the state level. So like it was very challenging for us because we don't have sufficient staff at the grassroots level, but then we did it. So this year, as per the instructions of the Honorable CM Sir, we are planning to introduce another level, that is like from GP level to Mandal level, and then assembly constituency level, then district level, and then go up to the state level. So like this initiative last year, it has been recognized by the Government of India, and I went to Delhi also to present this, some of the best practices we have. And then in the state, like we have started doing this super specialty health camp for all the staff. So like we have tied up with the corporate hospitals here, and then like we plan to have like at least twice in a year. So recently we have tied up with the this Yashoda hospitals, and the interesting part like is like 2 of our colleagues, like we have saved their lives, like their heart was almost like in a very bad condition. Then they have detected that, and then we have sent to Apollo hospital, and then everything was he was treated, and then so like that small things, many things are coming up. So for the women also, Varunji has already pointed out, we will do that, and sports journalists, like this vertical is one of the most important verticals. I think without you all, all the athletes cannot be promoted in the state as well as at the national level and international level. So thank you so much for coming, everyone. Anything we plan to have one room in LV Stadium also for you all. So in near future, we'll be coming up with that. Thank you so much for this interaction, and all sirs here, your presence here is very enriching and very inspiring, and I learn a lot from Indranil sir also. He tells me a lot of things. Pradeep sir is there, Varunji is there, so it's really nice to have you here. This is not a one-time affair. We want to have it in a very sustainable way, this type of interaction along with culture. So with these few words, I just want to thank you, everyone.
Before concluding the meeting, I want to take 2 minutes. It is more better to speak in Telugu. Can I speak? కార్యక్రమానికి విచ్చేసిన నిజంగా యంగ్ డైనమిక్ స్పోర్ట్స్ ఉమెన్ అంటాం మేము. యంగ్ అంటే మన బిహేవియర్ ఎట్లుంటుందో మన స్ట్రక్చర్ చెప్తుంది. మీరు బాడీ ఏజ్ అండ్ మెంటల్ ఏజ్ కాబట్టి అంటే పర్టికులర్గా మన తెలంగాణ అంతకుముందు సమైక్య రాష్ట్రాన్ని మన స్పోర్ట్స్ కనుక మనం మాట్లాడదలుచుకుంటే సమైక్య రాష్ట్రము ఎట్లున్నామో తర్వాత తెలంగాణ వచ్చిన తర్వాత ఎట్లుంది అంతో ఎంతో కొంత మన యునైటెడ్ స్టేట్లో చేసాం మనం ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్లో. తర్వాత కొత్త గవర్నమెంట్ వచ్చిన తర్వాత మనం ఒక 10 years ఆల్మోస్ట్ ఆల్ స్పోర్ట్స్ అండ్ యూత్ పాలసీస్ లేవు మనకి. కానీ ఎప్పుడైతే కొత్త ప్రభుత్వం రేవంత్ రెడ్డి గారి అధ్యక్షతన వచ్చిందో యథా రాజా తథా ప్రజ అంటే మనం ఎట్లా ఉంటామో మన శ్రేణులను కూడా అట్లా ఉండే ప్రయత్నం చేస్తాం. ఆ కోవలో అసలు ఆఫ్టర్ రేవంత్ రెడ్డి వచ్చిన తర్వాతనే ఈ క్రీడా శాఖకి ఊపిరి వచ్చిందని మనం చెప్పుకోవాలి. అంతవరకు ఇప్పుడు మనం చెప్పుకున్నట్టు ఇన్ఫ్రాస్ట్రక్చర్ అంతా మనం తెలంగాణలో తెచ్చుకుంది కాదు, అంతకుముందు ఉన్నటువంటిది. అది మేడం వచ్చిన తర్వాత ఇక్కడ వచ్చిన తర్వాత రేవంత్ రెడ్డి ముఖ్యమంత్రి అయిన తర్వాత ఒక స్పోర్ట్స్ని కనుక ఎంత బాగా చేయొచ్చు అనే ఆయన ఆలోచన రాగానే ఎవరైతే ఆఫీసర్ అక్కడ ఉంటాడో వాళ్ళని ఎవరు పెట్టాలని ఆలోచించి మేడం తీసుకొచ్చినారు. ఆఫ్టర్ ఎస్ మేడం అంటే ఒక రాజు యొక్క ఆలోచన ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేసే ఒక మంత్రులు ఎవరైతే ఉంటారో ఆఫీసర్ ఎవరైతే ఉంటారో కరెక్ట్గా సూట్ అయింది. ఇవాళ మేము చూస్తున్నాం జనరల్గా ఆ 10 years మాకు అసలు స్పోర్ట్స్ అనేది లేదు మేడం. అన్నీ మేము స్టేడియం చూస్తే అంత పెచ్చులు ఊడిపోయిన స్టేడియాలు. దెర్ ఈజ్ నథింగ్ ఇన్ తెలంగాణ ఇన్ ప్రీవియస్ గవర్నమెంట్స్. ఇది వచ్చిన తర్వాత ఏమైందంటే రోజు పొద్దున్న లేస్తే ఇదే పని. నేను కూడా చాలా కార్యక్రమాలు మేడం చూస్తుంటాను. పొద్దున్న లేసి అందరికంటే ముందు మేడం ఏమంటారు యూనిఫామ్ వేసుకొచ్చి ఆ స్పోర్ట్స్ డ్రెస్ వేసుకొని ట్రాక్ల మీద ఉంటారు. అంటే ఎవరైనా ఒక కమాండర్ ఎట్లా ఉంటాడంటే కమాండర్ ముందుంటాడు, ముందుండి శ్రేణులను తీసుకుపోతారు.
థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్. ఒక్కసారి గట్టిగా చెప్పట్లండి. ఆయన చాలా అద్భుతమైన మాటలు మాట్లాడుతున్నారు. Everyone is hungry, I know, but for the young spirit that spoken from his heart.
I will
yes, sure sir, sure.
ఇటువంటి ఆఫీసర్ని ఇచ్చినటువంటి ముఖ్యమంత్రి గారిని ఇటువంటి ఇన్ఫ్రాస్ట్రక్చర్ ఇటువంటి పాలసీ ఇస్ ద బెస్ట్ పాలసీ అండ్ ఫస్ట్ పాలసీ ఇన్ ద ఆల్ ఓవర్ ఇండియా.
Give a big round of applause.
Yes madam, ఇది మొదటి పాలసీ. అంటే ఒక నాయకునికి ఒక పాలసీ ఉండడం, లక్ష్యం ఉండడం అనేది ఇది చెప్తుంది. కాబట్టి ఇటువంటి గొప్ప లక్ష్యాలు ఇచ్చినటువంటి రేవంత్ రెడ్డి గారికి ఇటువంటి గొప్ప మాతృ వ్యవస్థలో అన్నీ బాగుంటాయి మేడం. కాబట్టి మేడంను ఇవాళ స్పోర్ట్స్కి ఇవ్వడం వల్ల మా అమ్మ ఎట్లయితే పిల్లలకి ఎట్లా చేస్తుందో అటువంటి స్టేట్స్ ఇవాళ ఆ తెలంగాణ ఇవాళ ఒక మంచి అమ్మ చేతులు పెట్టిండు రేవంత్ రెడ్డి గారు. నిజంగా భవిష్యత్తులో ఇవాళ గొప్ప స్పోర్ట్స్ వాళ్ళ మన క్రీడాకారులను తీర్చిదిద్దనే గ్యారెంటీ ఉంది మేడం. థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ మచ్.
Thank you so much. Absolutely, bringing Northeast to Telangana is the best thing happened ever, and this is a big day, and thank you so much for honorable people sitting here on the dais all the way from Northeast. Give a big round of applause for the amazing people here who's given valuable information, who's inspiring all of us and more of the younger generations to come. Give a big round of applause, please.
వచ్చిన అతిథులను ఆత్మీయంగా సత్కరించుకోవడం తెలంగాణ ఆదత్ అంటారు. ఆ పద్ధతి ప్రకారం మన ముగ్గురు స్పోర్ట్స్ జర్నలిస్టులను మన జర్నలిస్టులతో సన్మానం చేయదలుచుకుంటాం. ఈ సన్మాన కార్యక్రమంలో పాల్గొనాల్సిందిగా మోజెస్ గారిని, సుబ్రహ్మణ్యం గారిని, సో పురుషోత్తం గారిని, రమేష్ గారిని అందరినీ రిక్వెస్ట్ చేస్తున్నాను. తర్వాత ఒక గ్రూప్ ఫోటో తీసుకుందాం. మేడంకి ఇంకొక సెషన్కి వెళ్ళేది ఉంది కాబట్టి.
It's time to honor our honorable dignitaries.
ఇంద్రనీల్ గారికి, ప్రదీప్ గారికి ఈ జరిగే సన్మానాన్ని, అదేవిధంగా నవ తెలంగాణ శ్రీను గారు, రాజశేఖర్ గారు, వెలుగు కృష్ణారెడ్డి గారు, కుమార్ సీనియర్ జర్నలిస్ట్, అందరం కలిసి వాళ్ళని మనం సత్కరించుకుందాం. మోజేష్ సార్, సుబ్రహ్మణ్యం సార్, కుమార్ గారు, రాజశేఖర్, కృష్ణారెడ్డి, శ్రీను మీరంతా జైన్ కండి. పురుషోత్తం గారు మీరు కూడా, ముఖేష్, అట్నే రాజ్భవన్ నుంచి వచ్చిన లైజన్ ఆఫీసర్ గారు మీరు కూడా దయచేసి రండి. సో ముందుగా ఇంద్రనీల్ గారికి, మోజేష్ గారు, అనిరుద్ గారు, ఇండియన్ ఎక్స్ప్రెస్కు హిందూ క్రానికల్ కలిసి చేసే సన్మానం ఇది.
స్పోర్ట్స్ జర్నలిజం ఫీల్డ్లో, ఈ రంగంలో దిగ్గజాలు ఇక్కడ ఉన్నారు. ఒక్కసారి గట్టిగా చెప్పట్లండి ఫర్ ఆల్ దోస్ పైనీర్స్ ఫ్రమ్ ది నార్త్ ఈస్ట్ జర్నలిజం. గివ్ అ బిగ్ రౌండ్ ఆఫ్ అప్లాజ్. ఇంద్రనీల్ దాస్ గారు, న్యూ ఇండియా ఎక్స్ప్రెస్ చెన్నై నుంచి స్పోర్ట్స్ ఎడిటర్. గివ్ అ హ్యూజ్ రౌండ్ ఆఫ్ అప్లాజ్. లెట్స్ క్లాప్ ప్లీజ్. థ్యాంక్ యూ.
మోజేష్ సార్ ప్లీజ్. రమేష్ అన్న మీరు ముందు రండి, అందరూ ఇటు రండి అన్న ప్లీజ్. సుబ్రహ్మణ్యన్ సార్ మీరు దూరం ఉంటున్నారు తెలంగాణ టుడే. హిందూ రిటైర్ తెలంగాణ స్పోర్ట్స్ జర్నలిస్ట్ అసోసియేషన్ అధ్యక్షులు వారు. సార్ అదే ప్రదీప్ గారికి అదేవిధంగా
ప్రదీప్ ఫ్యాంజోబామ్ సార్ గట్టిగా చెప్పట్లండి.
నవ తెలంగాణ శ్రీను గారు, కృష్ణారెడ్డి గారు, రాజశేఖర్ గారు ప్లీజ్. మన సుబ్రహ్మణ్యన్ సార్ ప్లీజ్.
I think we should keep clapping for the next 10 seconds.
That's up, Madhu garu randi itu randi. Please join us.
All right, then we have Mr. Boron Tokchom with a huge round of applause again. Please come with.
Ramesh garu.
Please join in.
Press Club Secretary garu, ade vidhanga Krishna Reddy garu, Kumar garu, Purushottam garu meer kuda join kandi సన్మాన కార్యక్రమంలో.
Let's keep clapping, please. Thank you.
వచ్చిన గెస్ట్ స్పోర్ట్స్ జర్నలిస్టులను లోకల్ మన మిత్రులు సన్మానించుకున్నారు. ఇది అరుదైన సందర్భం. ఇది మనం ఒక గ్రూప్ ఫోటో తీసుకుందాం. అన్ని పేపర్లో రేపు ప్లేజర్ కైండ్లీ మేడం వన్ సెకండ్ వన్ మినిట్ ఫర్ గ్రూప్ ఫోటో ప్లీజ్. మళ్ళీ దొరకారు మేడం, స్పోర్ట్స్ జర్నలిస్ట్ అంతా మళ్ళీ డెస్క్లలోకి వెళ్ళిపోతారు, వీళ్ళు దొరకడం కష్టం.
That's a remarkable day, a remarkable beginning again. Telangana Northeast Sports Dialogue concludes here. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Now I request all sports journalists for please join us for lunch.
Kindly join us for lunch, sir. Thank you so much for your valuable presence and all your valuable words. I request all of you to please join us for lunch.
Room number 7. Room number 7 లో అనిరుద్ సార్, సుబ్రహ్మణ్యన్ సార్, రమేష్ అన్న మనమందరం రూమ్ నెంబర్ 7కి వెళ్ళాలి లంచ్కు ప్లీజ్.